Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm revealing the exact niche that printed me $182,000 cash collected in the span of only 14 days from a single info product offer and over $600K cash collected in total across 8 different offers in the past 3 months, all in this exact one niche. And I'm about to be revealing it today in this video. So it's going to be a massive video. I've never done a case study this big before, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. So this video, the whole premise, I'm going to be talking about growth operating, aka info product agency, aka IPGA, whatever you want to call it, basically growth operating. If you don't know what that is, it's where you partner with a creator that already has a following, you build them out an info product, which is either a paid mentorship or a paid community, you sell it to their audience, and then you collect the percentage for running the back end of the entire operation. That's pretty much it. Now, I just made a full course video where I mentioned this niche in it, and I said, biggest case study ever, I'm about to be making a video. I'll tell you guys why I'm making this video now, but I teased it a little bit. Now here the video is. So I discovered an untapped biz op niche. If you guys are unfamiliar, any niche you work with, obviously you're here to sell an info product. Usually something in biz op, which is business opportunity, something related to make money online will do better, because if people are investing in a mentorship or a community or something along those lines, obviously they're willing to spend more money and put more money into that if they know there's going to be a financial return and ROI. Whereas if they're buying a fitness program or something, they know that that money's gone. It's not the same thing. So this niche, most creators have less than 10,000 followers. It's a low quality Instagram niche. So all these people are just on Instagram. None of them sell a high ticket, no high ticket offers, not a single one. And all these people with 10,000 followers have hundreds of people inside their low ticket communities. Absolute goldmine niche, and I'm about to reveal it today. So my strategy is a bit different than most growth operators, not your typical growth operator. While most growth operators look for a once-in-a-lifetime gem creator that's not selling anything, has 1 million followers, and if you want this in a biz op niche, you can forget about it. It's pretty much impossible. So while most people look for that, I look for the opposite. I actually work with creators that are already selling something, and I build them out an ecosystem of offers. So what do I mean by this? If they sell a high ticket, I'll build them out a low ticket to downsell their unqualified leads. And if they sell a low ticket, I build them a high ticket offer to upsell their customers. And this right here is exactly what we're talking about in this video. And this is what I've been doing for the past few months, running an absolute train on this niche, and I'm revealing it today. So that's my strategy. And by the way, guys, I have a full outreach course. I have a full backend course. I have all these videos on YouTube. You can just go watch them where I pretty much reveal everything. But watch that after this video. This video is the most important right now. So again, like I said, today I'm revealing that exact niche in the form of a case study, $182,000 cash collected in literally 14 days from a single info product offer launch, and over $600K cash collected in total across 8 different offers in the past 3 months, all from this one niche. I'm about to break down exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. That niche is sports betting. Some of you maybe have guessed that from how I tease it in previous videos, but the niche is sports betting. Now, I'm only making this video now because the season has slowed down, but I've been running a train on this niche for the past few months. To be honest, I don't really know much about sports, but I guess the sports season is over, so they're going to take a break for a few months now. So it's pretty hard to run an offer like this with sports betting now, but obviously when the season starts back up again, I guess it'll rip again. This is my first year doing anything related to sports betting, so I'm still learning how the whole sports betting thing works. Anyhow, let's begin. 182 cash collected in 14 days. So this creator was already selling a low ticket Discord. It was $60 a month for access, and all it was is a bare bones community and picks. The main thing that everyone pays for in this niche is picks. They literally pay monthly, and then the creator, whoever it is running the whole thing, will tell them what to bet on. That's literally all they're paying for. It's not calls, it's not a course, it's nothing like that. All they sell is picks, and it's always in the form of a low ticket community. So here's what I built out. I built out a high ticket one-on-one offer. It was $5,000 for 6 months of coaching. The creator teaches them how he gets the picks, which is the most important thing. Guys, when I tell you, I have reached out to literally hundreds of sports betting creators. Not one of them sold any type of high ticket offer. When I realized this, I was like, this is it right here. I'm about to make a massive bag, and that's exactly what I did. I identified the opportunity and a massive gap in the market. So all this person is selling is he's teaching how he gets the picks in the first place. Everyone's copying the picks, everyone's following them, but of course there's that handful of people that want to know how they can come up with the picks themselves and not just blindly put their money into something. So that's what this offer was. And it also included one weekly group call with everyone that was inside of it, and a private group chat with the creator and a coach to handle all the day-to-day messages. That's the high ticket offer. So here's what I created in order to do this. I created a ClickFunnels landing page with the VSL. I set up a Typeform application, which is, if you guys don't know, it's basically just a Google form. The VSL and the landing page, all very simple as well, very bare bones. I set up a Calendly to book qualified leads into calls with the closer. I onboarded a closer to take those calls. And then to actually promote this, all we did was we posted an announcement revealing the new offer, revealing that we have launched this high ticket. We did an email blast doing the same thing, announcing the offer. We onboarded a setter to text non-bookings within 10 minutes of filling the form. So that means if they filled out the type form and they were qualified, but they didn't book a call for whatever reason, within 10 minutes, they're getting a text and we're getting them booked into that call. And then lastly, we onboarded a setter. This is very important. We onboarded a setter to DM every single paid member inside the Discord from staff team accounts and have a conversation with them, pushing them to the type form. That's literally all we did. Nothing outside of this list was done. And like I keep mentioning, I have a full course revealing in depth each one of these things. So if you want to watch that after, feel free to. It's like an hour long. I go in depth on all of that. So let's do the numbers breakdown now. 32,000 Instagram followers. That's it. 32,000 followers. Everyone's looking for their million follower creator. This one had 32,000 followers, okay? 900 paid members from a 32,000 follower Instagram account at $60 a month, roughly $54,000 in MRR. If you don't know what MRR is, monthly recurring revenue. All in the low ticket, never sold anything high ticket before ever, not even like a lifetime pass to the membership. Literally just this monthly membership, that's it. So we launched it, we got a total of 378 type form fills. Here's the total statistics, time to complete, 8 minutes, 66.4% completion rate. Now, if you guys are wondering about the views, why the views are a little higher, sports betting groups tend to have a higher churn rate. So we actually have a section of the Discord with an additional 2,000 or so churn members. So these are people that were previously subscribed, they unsubscribed or they ran out of money or whatever it was. So then they were put in this other section of the Discord where we can basically blast them with promos and that sort of thing. And we also posted this in there. So that's why it's a little bit inflated from outside of who is actually just in the paid section. Now, of these 378 type form fills, about 38% of them have qualified budgets, which is 143 people. And what I mean by qualified is they either have money to invest or they can be financed, and to get financed, they just need to be in the US, 18 plus, credit score, that kind of thing. If you guys don't know, you can actually finance, I use the processor fan basis, but you can actually finance high ticket info product payments. So say for example, it's a $5,000 program. They can get that financed over 24 months, it'll be like a few $100 a month, something like that. And when they do that, they're paying a few $100 a month for that 24 months, but you get paid the entire $5,000 up front from the company. So absolutely insane that you can do that in the US. So you can literally close people that don't have money, and they can just put it on monthly. They can split it up. So out of these 143 qualified type form fills, 92% booked a call, which is 131 people. And also that is including like reaching out to people again if they didn't book, like I mentioned, having a setter. And then of those 131, 116 calls, 88% show up rate. So in order to get such high show up rates, obviously this is an ascension funnel, so it's already going to be higher numbers than usual because these are all paying customers. It's not cold traffic. So we do that by only allowing booking 48 hours in advance, meaning someone wants to go book a call, they can't book 3 days from now. They have to book in the next 48 hours. They can even book same day. You can see this and then book a call, and in a couple hours you could be on a call getting closed that quickly. We got to get them while they're hot. And then of course, multiple pre-text and call follow-ups. So out of these 116 calls, 52% of them closed, which is a 45% close rate. Now, here's what we do with the non-closed people. And I went over this in the course video, but I'm going to show it again right here. This is not closed. It's really broken down into 4 things. So if they didn't close, it means we obviously didn't collect the full amount up front. So we either collected a deposit, in which case you collect a non-refundable deposit of over $500, and then you schedule the next meeting on call, and then you also blast them with follow-up emails, case studies, testimonials, and student results. Now, follow-up, this means they had to think about it or something like that. They didn't put money down, whatever it was. You schedule the next meeting on the call, or you choose a date on call for a follow-up text. One of those two, whichever. Obviously, ideally, you want to schedule the next call. And then same thing, you hit them with follow-up emails, text of case studies, testimonials, results. If they don't close and they don't even say they need to think about it, they're just like, no, whatever. You do the same thing. You just nurture them until they're interested and they want to hop on another call. And then if they no-show, simply, you literally just email them and you text to reschedule the lead, and then same exact thing. You just blast them with case studies until they end up booking another call. Now, of these 52 people that close, which is a 45% close rate, which is pretty solid, $5,000 offer, $3,500 average cash collected. Obviously, not everyone's going to pay in full, which is $182,000 in total cash collected and $260K in total contract value. So a lot of these people are on payment plans. They're getting charged monthly, or they have to pay X after they make a certain X amount of money, whatever it is. But $260K in total contract value closed in 14 days. Now, even more of these people will be closed from prospects in that initial 14 days as follow-ups continue to go out, like I just showed you guys. Some of these people that ended up saying they need to think about it or they didn't close or whatever, they're going to end up buying. So that number is going to be even higher just from leads and calls in that initial 14 days. And many of these people will also be upsold at the end of the 6 months. So like I said, it's for 6-month access. Obviously, if it's a good service, a good portion of these people are going to want to continue after those 6 months, in which case we just upsell them. So maybe it'll be 2.5K or 3K for another 6 months. However we decide we want to do it, we have 6 months to figure that out. But a big portion of those people will be upsold as well. So that's going to increase the LTV a lot. Now, our cut, rev share. The closer takes 8%. That's pretty standard. Usually a closer should take around 8 to 10%. So in this case, the closer took almost $15,000 home for closing all these calls in that 14 days. And then me and my mentee, we take 15%. Obviously, mentee gets a majority. He paid me up front for this creator and we ran it up together. So 10% to the mentee, which is 18K, and then 5% to me, which is about 9K. Now, when I run these guys, when I run these with mentees, the mentee did most of the work, okay? I'm the one that showed him how to set up a landing page, how to set up a type form, that kind of thing. Like, I'm telling him what to do. I have the experience. I know what kind of offer is going to do well, but I'm just telling him what to do. He's the one actually in the trenches, making the landing page, making all that look nice and actually doing that. So that's why I give the mentees a majority percentage. But of course, he also paid me upfront for this creator. Now, we're also running now we're running the entire high ticket for the creator, and we're about to make a deal to revamp his low ticket as well, which will give us around 20% rev share of the entire funnel, meaning the low ticket as well that's doing 54K per month. We're also going to have a percentage of that. It's just going to be 20% all around, somewhere around there. We're not 100% yet, but somewhere around 20% rev share of the entire funnel. And then obviously, once the season picks back up, we're going to rip it even harder. And now we have our foot in the door on this. Shit, I don't know why my camera just made a noise. Hopefully it's still going. Anyhow, this is why I tell you guys, do not run an agency, okay? No one likes to work with agencies anymore. No one likes to be a client in a pool of a dozen clients. It does not work anymore. You don't want to run it like that. And it doesn't even work either. You don't want that. 1 to 2 creators is all you need to change your life. This one creator, 18K in the span of 2 weeks, okay? And we're just going to keep scaling it up too. So we can get this doing crazy numbers and it'll be autopilot pretty much. We just tweak things here and there. It's mostly a communications job. Guys, what I want you to realize is after an offer is launched, after it's going, you can't just forget about it, okay? But most of it is just tweaking things here and there and keeping communications with the creator and keeping everything moving, just keeping it completely organized and making sure the machine is running. And then, like I said, small tweaks here and there. But bulk of the work is setting up the funnel in the first place. And then once that's done, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Now, this is also why I advise you guys to just get your foot in the creators' businesses first. You don't have to start with a massive rev share and a fucking 10K a month monthly retainer. You don't need that. All you have to do, go in, get a percentage, make them some money, and then once you've made them some money, I promise you they will be begging for you to take more equity. I promise you. That's all you have to do, and that's exactly what we did here. I wanted a percent of the low ticket. Of course I would. It's already doing 54K a month, but I know a stranger coming into their business and taking a percent of what they've built is going to be really, really hard for them to give up. However, when I come in and I print them $200,000, now they're like, holy shit, if you can do that with a high ticket, what can you do for my low ticket? So there you go. Now, moving on. I want to give you guys this comparison, okay? And I'm not hating on the sales rep. Obviously, all our sales reps, I absolutely love them to death, if any of them are watching this video. But here's a comparison of why I tell you guys that you should be an operator rather than a sales rep. And by no means is being a sales rep bad. In fact, I think in a lot of times it can be great to start off as a sales rep. If it's like your first business model or anything, you get some sales, holy shit, I can't speak. You get some sales skills under your belt and you get a good idea of how these offers work on the inside. But realistically, long term, you're going to make the most money as an operator, and let me show you why. So during these 14 days, the closer sat on 8 to 9 calls every single day for 2 weeks straight. That was his entire job. He basically slaved this and made it his life for 2 weeks straight. And I'm only showing the first 14 days. Obviously, this is still going. It's still taking calls. It's still ripping, you know. This is literally just a breakdown of the first 14 days. Now, on the other hand, while he's doing that, I was in Cape Town partying for the week, which I dropped a vlog on this. Doing all this, managing all of this, while at the same time being able to enjoy my life. I flew first class back to Dubai. You should watch all these videos, by the way. And then when I got back, I drove supercars with all my friends through the mountains. I made another video on that as well. These are all 3 videos I made during that week. Anyhow, the whole point of this is I was doing all this shit while the closer was slaving away. Now, obviously, the closer made more money than me, but let me get into that. So to set up the entire funnel with my mentee, it literally took an hour of sitting on the call, sharing screen, explaining how to do it. Literally 1 hour. I don't know why my camera keeps fucking glitching out. Anyhow, I swear I'm not trying to flex, but everyone wants to make money for freedom, so please understand that this is how you're going to obtain it. Now, despite this comparison, like I just said, a lot of you guys don't really care about enjoying life right now, and you just want to make as much money as possible, which is why I said it's not even bad to be a closer at the start if you just want to learn sales skills and kind of get your foot in the door. And that's also very fair. When I started as a teenager, that's all I cared about too. I didn't care about going out or partying or any of that stuff. Obviously, why would I? I got to make it first. I got to make some money first, which I totally understand if you're in that position. So many of you might be thinking, but Dustin, overall, he made more money than you. And you'd be correct. In this specific offer, the closer made more money than me. But you're forgetting one very important thing. The closer only has time to run one offer. He can only sit on, 10 calls a day. He doesn't have the time in the day to do more than that because he's trading his time for money. Where on the other hand, I'm trading my knowledge and experience for money. That's what I'm getting paid for. So I had time to enjoy my life and simultaneously run up 8 offers in total, over 600K cash collected, and obviously make way more money than him in that time period, since I can literally put out 8 times the value as him. He can only run one offer. I can run 8 at the same fucking time. That's the point I'm trying to get at, is you can make a lot of money from being a closer. But the most important thing, guys, let me honestly full screen for this. The most important thing when you're choosing a business model to run up or just choosing a business model in general is you got to pick something that gives you those freedoms. Okay, why does everyone want to make money? No one actually cares about the money itself. It's for freedom. It's so you can buy whatever you want when you want. You can go do whatever you want whenever you want. That's the whole reason we make money, is so we have freedom, so we don't have to sit at a job, and so we don't have to do shit that we don't want to do. That's the entire point, okay? So when you're choosing a business model, like I said, it's great. You can start out as a closer, you can make some money, you can learn some stuff, but in reality, you're not going to be fulfilled with that. You're not going to be able to enjoy your life, and you're going to figure that out very quickly, that it's not very fun sitting on fucking calls all day long, which is why I pick a business model like this, where I don't have to do that. So now, where were we? So I have countless other videos for you guys to check out where I break down how I make $120,000 a month operating info products, which I show you guys right here. I've got a full outreach course and then a full backend course. The entire process and business model of growth operating, or whatever you want to call it, is broken down into 2 parts. It's partnering with the creator. So you have to do outreach, you have to get on a call, you have to actually close a creator and convince them that you're the one to work with in the first place. Then once you have one, it's creating and launching the offer and then running that. So those are the 2 parts, and obviously partnering with the creator is the hardest part. So I also want you guys to take away this. Every offer is different, and what I showed in this video is not going to apply to every creator. You're not going to be able to take just some SMMA niche and run up the exact same offer and see the exact same numbers. It doesn't work like that. Some offers might be a different price point. Some of them might not even have time frames tied to them. Like my personal high ticket offer, I don't even put a time frame on it because it doesn't make sense. If you guys don't know, if you haven't already figured it out by now, I give you a creator with my offer. It doesn't make sense for me to put a timeline on that. If I bring you a creator and I say, yeah, you're paying me for 3 months mentorship, then what happens after 3 months and we're still working with the creator? It just doesn't make sense. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is there's no one trick pony for these creators. There's no one offer that's going to work. It's case by case. Something is different for every creator. One thing is not going to work for another. It's just different for every single creator. And then you might not even be able to do a high ticket at all. You might only be able to run a low ticket. Depends where their audience is. It depends how much money they have, what region they're in, what age they are. It depends on all of these factors. So there's a lot that goes into it. And of course, like I said, your numbers might also look very different. This is an ascension funnel, like I said. So everyone filling the type form is already a customer and is a very warm lead. So that's why the high booking and show up rates, but you're not going to see that in a cold funnel. You're just not going to see numbers that high. So scaling info products is about having the eye to look at a creator and knowing what kind of offer would sell best. The software setup, onboarding a closer and a setter, all of that goes into the backend is just a byproduct. To be honest, it's really not hard to learn those things or do those things. Anyone can do it. It's about being able to piece all the pieces of the puzzle together and look at it and say, this is going to sell. I know this is going to sell better than this. That's what the whole premise of this business model is. Now, the hardest part is closing a creator. However, I have that part covered. So with my brand reach on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, those are the main platforms I'm active on, plus my outreach machine, which I covered how it works in a previous video, I'm bringing on multiple creators every single week. So if you're wondering what video that is, it's this one, by the way, the growth operating course, where I pretty much, this video is just breaking down all of my outreach, how I run my outreach, and then this video is breaking down after you get a creator from outreach, how to actually run them up. 2 literally hour-long videos breaking all that down. And this is like a quick little outline of how the outreach machine works, what it looks like inside of a list like this. Anyhow, the point is, I'm bringing on a lot of creators. So I opened up my own program a few months ago, like I just mentioned, as a means to be able to take on all these creators, since obviously I can't take on dozens of creators myself. So at this moment in time, as I'm making this video, I'm currently looking for operators. What this means is I will be bringing you a creator, I'll teach you how to run them up, and we will scale them together. And I also keep a percentage of the creator I bring you, just like I explained in the case study. And of course, I charge upfront for this high ticket offer as well. So I just posted these 2 case study videos. Very, very good. I'm about to post another one. Actually, I have a mentee that's kind of been on the rise that actually a lot of you guys will probably already know when I make that video, just because he's been in the space. He's been in like the copywriting space a little bit. So many of you guys might actually know that guy, but I'm going to be posting that video very, very soon. But anyhow, I have tons of results on my Instagram as well. If you guys look at my Instagram, click on this results story. You can see tons and tons of results of all the creators I bring in my mentees, how we're running them up. But this is literally how I run this process, guys. Let me full screen myself. This is how I run this process, okay? I bring you a creator. This is not group coaching. This is not a pre-recorded course. That shit just does not work for this business model, okay? It's entirely one-on-one. I run it just like a partnership over iMessage or WhatsApp. I literally just text, we make a group chat with the creator, and we run it up from there. So this is literally a pre-closed creator. I'll close the creator, and I'll bring them to you, introduce you as my partner. We all get on contract, and we run it up from there. So if you're interested in applying, please fill out the type form below. You do need to have some set of skills to be able to do this. I can't just take on someone that's never done anything before and has only run a fucking lemonade stand. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a little bit of tech savviness, or just being able to have some sort of competency to be able to make a landing page. Of course, after I show you how, you have to be able to do these things. So if you're a fucking 12-year-old kid, I cannot help you with this. Anyhow, if you're interested, fill out the type form below. And like I said, feel free to look at all those results. And if you guys like this case study, if you want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. I have a ton of other videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.